For the past 35 years, the Primate Sanctuary has been rescuing unwanted primates right here in Western New York. We'll tell you more about this incredible organization up next. I'm here today with the founder of the Primate Sanctuary, Carmen Presti, and we have Sarah and Emily. Thank you all so much for joining me on the Sweet Buffalo Show today.
Our pleasure. Thanks for having us.
Of course, this is quite a treat. But I wanted to bring you here today so you could tell me all about the Primate Sanctuary. I did a little research, but you've been doing this for 35 years and it started with your wife?
Correct. When I met my wife, Christy, she had a monkey for all the wrong reasons. And as a pet, and they're not pets, you know, what we see on TikTok and YouTube and so on isn't good for the primates. They should be left with their mother and their family group. But she had one for a pet, and one day she asked me if I wanted to meet a chimpanzee named Charlie. And I was 24, she was 21, so we were quite young. And went to Ohio, and when we got to the guy's house, opened up the door, and this little 10-pound chimp jumped on me and started hugging me, and I just fell in love with him. And here's a 24 and a 21-year-old coming back to Niagara Falls, trying to find the money to start the business, monkey business actually, which we did educational presentations with the chimpanzee and Christy's pet monkey. Tried to go to a bank and ask them for a loan for a chimpanzee. And finally, we did find one. And my mother actually remortgaged her house for Charlie. And that's how it all started.
Because it's very expensive, right?
Yeah, they estimate each primate costs between $2,000 and $3,000 a year to house, and that's before inflation. So now I'm sure it's up there even more.
So it started with Charlie. I know Charlie was your best friend. Mm-hmm. He was with you all the time. So he learned amazing things that you taught him, including martial arts.
Yes, we also run Presti School Karate and Fitness. And I used to go to the dojo every morning to work out. And when you have a chimp, you don't leave these guys at home enclosed in an enclosure. You try to interact with them constantly. And I used to bring Charlie to the gym all the time. And one day I noticed he picked up a red focus pad and he started punching it. And I was like, I teach children, so let me try this. And within minutes, he learned how to throw a left and a right hand punch and a roundhouse kick. And my brother was like, oh my gosh, I can't believe this, and it just mushroomed from there. The best part about it was Charlie loved it. He absolutely loved it when he saw other people in their gis, which is their martial arts uniform. He would get all pumped up because he wanted to show off to them. And so he did. And he was a certified black belt in American karate. He's an honorary black belt in Tang Soo Do. And he's also a master and a direct descendant of monkey kung fu.
That's just amazing.
Yes, he was.
And you guys are located in Niagara Falls. So I saw a photo circulating on social media. It happened many years ago. But you had one of your chimps in a car, and I believe the person that took the photo thought they were seeing things, right? Correct.
Actually, there was two chimps in that car. One, Kiko was in the back seat, and Charlie was in the front. And if you include me, I was driving. So, yes. And what was great, because I'm driving, so I can't get pictures of us in the car. So to see that pop up only in Niagara Falls was the caption. And the funniest part about it, someone commented on there, he goes, about 20 years ago, my cousin, who just passed away a couple weeks ago, told us that she saw a monkey in a car, and we always teased her about it. And then all of a sudden he saw this photo and he goes, I guess my cousin wasn't as crazy as we thought she was. So she did see the chimps, Charlie and Kiko, in the car. Wow. That was one of their favorite things, going for rides in the car.
That's amazing. So these chimps have left an impact on your life. You've dedicated your life to helping them, but they've also left an impact on a Buffalo Bills player, right?
Yes. I just got some closure because I noticed on TV was Jordan Poyer had 3 chimps on his right arm, and the middle chimp was sort of covering his head like this, and it was see no evil, hear no evil, speak no evil. And the see no evil, the chimp was covering his eyes like this, and that's a Charlie trait, because when I taught Charlie to do that, we were on the album cover for Rush, and so I was always teaching him little different things. But when I taught him that, I used to tickle him when he covered his eyes, so he would always peek. And then I got to meet Jordan Poyer at Niagara County Community College. And I said to him, I go, Jordan, I got a weird question to ask you. I go, can I see your tattoo of the chimps? And he said, yeah. And first, he looks at me and he goes, are you the guy that contacted my mother? And I looked at him, I said, no. I go, probably someone else online, because I posted this online. I have no idea who these chimps are. He goes, I just like the tattoo. Supposedly, he was a vet tech when he was younger, and someone brought a chimpanzee, a baby chimp in, and he just really sort of like, this is so cool. But as soon as I looked at the center chimp, that was my Charlie. It's like a parent looking at their baby. They know that's their baby, and all these emotions just hit me like a ton of bricks. And I don't get starstruck. I've been around, Billy Joel and Elton John we met, and, Howie Mandel. But this here just was, my heart was going a mile a minute. Got a picture with him. He signed some autographs for us. And then my wife couldn't even go back to see him. It was just me. And then when I went back to see my wife to give her this stuff, she looks at me, she goes, are you okay? And I go, he's got our chimp on his arm. How cool is that? So, and I told him a little bit about Charlie, because he didn't know who Charlie was, about this martial arts. And I told him back in the 90s, he was probably one of the most famous chimps around. And I go, Google him, the karate chimp on YouTube, and you will see what that chimp was capable of doing. And the best part about Charlie and Kiko both were not robots. A lot of other trainers, they needed their chimps or their orangutans to perform right on cue and so on. We never wanted that for them. We wanted it to be as much fun as possible for them. And that's why they loved it. And then when you watch him doing his martial arts and so on, or anything that they were doing, you could tell these chimps are having fun. And that was the most important thing,
Yes.
Yeah.
And so, speaking of, these amazing chimps, like I said, you've dedicated your life to helping them. So talk to me about how the community can get involved with the Primate Sanctuary to give back to these chimps. I mean, it costs a lot of money to care for these chimps, and you care for them throughout their life, right?
Correct. So we're a nonprofit organization. We're a 501c3. We do accept donations through our website. Also, November 1st, we're starting, it's our 10th annual Facebook holiday fundraiser. And that usually runs from November 1st to December 31st, really targeting on Giving Tuesday. And that's where we try to allow the money to help out these guys. And also, we have 37 at our facility, 37 primates, all rescues. We have some research animals, which is another big thing for me. No one knows about the 5,500 research animals that were used for COVID. Okay, they are going to put them down. And that bothers me, because if there was a police dog that rescued a young girl, that dog would have a medal. And then when he retires, he'll retire with a loving family, and he deserves it. That's the most important. He deserves it. But if you're a primate and you develop all three of the vaccines for COVID, and you save millions of lives, you're euthanized at the end. I mean, we can't help out 5,500, but we could be part of the solution. So we might be able to take in 10 or 20, but we need to let people know that, if you're going to a Bills game, that's because of these primates here. If you're going out to your favorite concert, that's because of these primates. And no one knows, because it's all done behind the scenes and so on. And we're just really kind of disappointed that that's what's going to happen to these animals if someone doesn't step up. Now, of course, if there's money involved, you'll get other groups coming out of the woodwork to help them out. No one likes the rhesus macaque monkeys. They're kind of aggressive primate, but I have a few of them, and I love them dearly, so I'll take them. I even have a research animal, Renor, who's very old. He's in his 30s now, and I'm able to brush him. And he loves it. Every day I'll go in there and I'll give him a good brushing and so on. But he won't. He doesn't like socializing with any of the other primates, which is quite sad. But, there's a lot of rehabilitation that has to go into them, too.
And how did you acquire Sarah and Emily here, who I think are taking lovely naps?
They're taking a little nap. It's siesta time. So Emily's a rescue out of Buffalo. she used to chase her previous owner into the bathroom and not let her out of the bathroom. And she used to have to call her dad, who was a professor at UB, to come home and get Emily back into her enclosure. So after a while, and when Emily was loose in the house, believe me, she was knocking everything over, getting into all the cupboards and the whole bit. But every time Mary would open up the door, she would run back at Mary and threaten her, and Mary would have to shut the door because she was afraid of her. So we had her since she was 3. We had them both since they were 3. She's 27 years old now, and that's her story. And Sarah, also out of Buffalo, she's 30 years old, but when she was 3, the family wanted to adopt a child. And when Child Protection comes in to check out the home and so on, they saw the monkey and they told them, you know, either the monkey or the child. And they made the right decision. They got a beautiful, I believe, a little girl who's probably in her 30s now, believe it, or close to it. And we got a beautiful capuchin monkey who's 30 years old. And she does a lot of educational. They're both educational primates, so I bring them out to special events and so on. And we talk about, you know, the capuchin monkeys and so on. And the most important thing is they're not pets. Okay, what you're seeing right now, I'm pretty lucky right now that they're just this calm. But yeah, they're not pets. They have to be left with their moms. You know, that's the most important thing.
Do you think that you were meant to do this?
You know what? Probably yes, because actually my wife's the one that really wanted to do this, and now she works 24/7, and I'm here doing all the primates. So yeah, it's very tough. Some of the stuff that I have seen with some of the abused primates that we get in, it's tough to go through. It's very stressful at times and so on, but they're family to me. I spend more time with these guys than most people spend with their, you know, their kids, you know, so it's like a 16-hour a day job. I'm at the facility 24/7, yeah.
Well, thank you for everything you're doing to help them. And I really hope that the community can, you know, continue to support you so you can help these sweet little angels here. And, you know, I just think they're amazing and you're amazing. And I'm so grateful that you took the time today to come on the Sweet Buffalo Show and share your story with us.
Well, I'm glad. Thank you for asking me. I really appreciate it. And if they want to help out, go to our website and theprimatesanctuary.com and also our Facebook page too.
All right. Thank you so much, Carmen.
Thank you, Kim.
You want to play catch? You ready?
Ball.
Yay! Good job.
Oh,
Thank you. You should play for the Buffalo Bills.
Yeah. Say we want to play catch with Josh Allen or Stefan Diggs.
Thank you. Oh, I can do this all day. Is this what you do all day?
So can she. No.
Got it.